Basnett takes a trip to Manchester, New Hampshire for the Granite Group trade show. Let's see what's new for consumers and tradesmen and women in the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical industries.
So my name's Jeff Now. I'm the territory manager with TSS Associates, so we're the local Bosch rep in this area. So this is a new flagship model for us this year. This is going to end up being the IDS Ultra. So what this is a true cold climate heat pump that is 100% of its capacity at 5 degrees outside temperature, and it's actually fully rated to -13. So when we're talking about areas like in Massachusetts through the Mass Save program, this is a perfect solution for a homeowner that wants to switch to a sole source heat pump. So this unit is a 4 to 5 ton unit, so 48,000 to 60,000 BTUs. This can be paired with just a coil on an existing furnace, or it can be paired with an air handler to be your sole source of heat at that point in time. We also are coming out with a 3 ton or 36,000 BTU unit for this that also will be 100% of its capacity at 5 degrees outside temperature and about 70% capacity at -13. This unit is perfect for a homeowner that wants to have a sole source heat pump in their house but may not want electric auxiliary backup. What that's going to be is very expensive to be able to run when it comes on, whereas this unit will allow us to be your sole source of heat. When we start talking about that, this is a coefficient of performance that we're talking about, which is actually the efficiency of your electric consumption. And this unit is extremely efficient at cold temperatures.
All right, so hello, my name is John. I am the regional sales manager for SaniFlow over here at the Granite Group show. We have the Sani Pit on display here today. This is a 1 horsepower grinder pump, ejecting wastewater up to 36 feet up, 320 feet across, and this is actually a dry cavity. So when I open up that lid, typically on some other pumps you might see all that wastewater. This is actually a completely clean, dry cavity. So now I'm able to service it a lot easier than sumaging through any waste, because all my wastewater activity is actually stored underneath here. And this is where all that activity takes place. This is a 1 horsepower grinder blade, eating all the paper towels, baby wipes, everything of that sort. And then I have pressure switches, not 1 but 3. So if one fails, the second one will work, and if the second one fails, the third one will work. But you're also getting notified on the alarm that it comes with that there might be something wrong with the pressure switch. So in that case, you would service it there, but upon servicing it, you actually have a manual override control button. So I click that. Now I can get all the wastewater out and then take that piece out, service it, and then I can put it back in. That's if I ever need to. And then that discharge and vent stays stationary. I don't have to cut the pipes or anything that when that lid comes off. Nice and clean, easy to work on, and that's what aiming to do, to make it easier for the plumber to work on a sewage pit.
So what do customers say about it?
It's been getting great feedback, especially for basement remodels. Instead of if they don't want to, put a SaniFlow unit in, they want to break up the floor. We're doing a whole new remodel. This has been great because A, it's very quiet. B, it's very clean and easy to work on. It's usually in a living space, so no odors are seeping through, and very easy to service, and that's with a 4-year warranty, so plumbers feel confident to install it for sure.
My name's Adam Whitcomb. I'm the territory manager for sales within New England, and I'm excited to talk about some of the new solutions that we've innovated within 2025 that we have here available at the Granite Group trade show here in Manchester, New Hampshire. So first and foremost is a tool that's going to be a core application for a lot of plumbers and mechanical users. This is our M18 steel pipe cutter. This has the ability to cut through 1-inch steel and cast iron pipe. So we have a carbide blade in there. When you expose it, and the housing is moved back. So what this allows you to do is have 2 hands on your tool and 1 hand on your material when you make your cuts. And there's a specific carbide blade inside of this specific to this application. So I'll go ahead, put on my PPE, and show you exactly how fast this tool will rip into that material. So ultimately it's a safer application, it's a faster application, and you're going to get consistent 90-degree cuts every single time. 90 degrees. Again, 2 hands on the tool, 1 hand on the material. It's the best way that you'll be able to cut that material up to 1 inch. Up next for our inspection and drain cleaning service men and women, we have our new line of both M12 inspection camera and the M12 chain snake as well. So this has a reach of 85 feet and it's ideal for those service applications with pipe from 1.5 inch all the way up to 4 inches. It has an auto leveling head and it'll connect to any Bluetooth device that will have the pipeline inspection app on it. You're also able to pair it with our pipeline locator so you can find exactly where those bulges and intrusions are within your systems. And then lastly, for our pipe fitters and fire suppression men and women, we have the new M18 Ringer Roll Groover. So this has the ability to ring and roll groove up to 6-inch Sked 10 cast iron and up to 4-inch Sked 40. This is our sprinkler system unit, so it'll do both of those sizes. In 2026, we're going to be coming out with a larger unit that will be able to do up to 6-inch both Sked 10 and Sked 40 grooves. So I'll do a demonstration for you just to show you how easy it is compared to the way folks have done it in the past. So you just take your tool, fit it onto your material. Go. Make sure it's. There we go. So now we're fastened on. Shows with the green light, and all you have to do is just show we're black pipe. This is Sked 40. This is 2-inch, and then we'll just hit go. It'll blink orange for a couple times, but then it'll groove your material. And you'll notice the small amount of clearance that this tool requires, but we also have bumpers on here. When activated, it'll stop the tool immediately to prevent any sort of hazard to the tool itself or to yourself. So I appreciate you coming along with me for some of the new innovations, and look forward to seeing you at your local Granite Group.
So I'm Kevin Flynn. My role at Viessmann is a director of sales for the East, so I cover from Maine down to Texas, both residentially and commercially. So this is our Vitodens lineup. So Viessmann has a Vitodens 100 and a Vitodens 200. So for Viessmann, the Series 100 and 200 gives us that good, better, best. We also make the 300 Series wall-mounted boiler, floor-mounted boiler. So this one is our Vitodens 100. It comes in a combi model or a heating-only model. So this one ranges in sizes from 80,000 BTUs up to 199,000 BTUs. The 120 and the 199 also comes in a combi version. So as well as making heating, it'll do instantaneous hot water for the home as well. So if you have a tight spot that you're left for your mechanical space and you don't have a room for an indirect water heater or something else to make domestic hot water, this will make both your heat and domestic hot water all in one small wall-mounted boiler. Some other things that I think the contractor base and the homeowners are going to like. When you open this boiler up, you'll see that there's plenty of room to get your hands and arms in there for service and for cleaning when that's necessary. So when you come to clean this boiler on a yearly basis, it's very easy to get inside. You can reach all the components without having to get other components out of the way. You can pop this control out pretty easily as well. So that control comes right off. And now you have full access to the heat exchanger. There's 4 bolts around the outside of the heat exchanger. There's a union nut on your gas valve. Now this entire unit comes out in your hands and you have full access within 5 minutes to get inside this heat exchanger to clean out the combustion chamber. So again, this is a combi unit or a heating only unit. The difference is on the combi unit, when you look at the back of the boiler, you would see a flat plate heat exchanger for hot water. This one doesn't have that, so this is the heating only version. That's the only difference on the inside. The nice thing from a stock perspective, if you're keeping these on your shelves, it's all the same parts and pieces, whether it's a heating only version or a domestic hot water version. All the controls are on the bottom inside of a nice gasketed sealed container, so if there's a weeping fitting or a drip or something, or you're not careful when you're purging it, none of that gets inside this control. All your low voltage and line voltage connections are down here. Actually, to power it is just a single pigtail that plugs into the wall. So not much from a line perspective to power this unit, literally plugs into the wall. Very small, very compact, very high efficient. This hits our 95% AFUE, so qualifies for any tax incentives or rebate or utility incentives that may exist where you are. Compact, quiet. When this is up and running at high fire, doesn't make any more noise than it's making now sitting here. The last feature that's perfect for homeowners and for contractors, all of our VitoDens series boilers, whether it's a 100 series or the 200 series, come with built-in Wi-Fi connection. So as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection in your house, this connects to the internet. It gives the homeowner some peace of mind because they can see what their boiler's doing. If there's a fault that occurs in the boiler, it pops up. They can turn temperatures up and down when they're away if it's a vacation home. But the beauty of this, they can actually share that connection with the contractor. So now the contractor knows if there's a problem with that boiler potentially before the homeowner does. So the contractor can be on the way to the house to make an adjustment or to make a cleaning before the homeowner may know that there's a problem with the boiler. So that comes included in the boiler at no extra charge.
Hi, my name's Chris Gould. I'm our Northeast product specialist with Urel for state water heaters. This is our newer AL heat pump water heater made by State Water Heaters. This is a 50-gallon. We make 50s, 66, and 80s. So some of the special things, we now have a blower in it to make it quieter. It's around 49 decibels. We put start collars for ductwork, 8-inch start collars. So this would be the inlet, that's the filter. On the other side, that would be the exhaust. We put top outlets and side outlets. So if it's a replacement for an electric water heater, it's just a cut and slide. Otherwise, we prefer you use the side taps. It has Wi-Fi built in, has leak detection built in, different cathodic reading too on it to cathodically read if the anode's depleted or not, which is a pretty new feature for us. High efficiency, the UEF on this is 4.05. So if you were buying $1 of electricity, you're getting $4.05 worth of heating out of it.
Hi, my name is Josh Brewer. I'm the marketing manager for plumbing, propane distribution for Hubble Gas Utility Solutions, or HGUS. We also sell, also known sometimes under the name of Continental. That's one of our legacy names. So what we make are constab couplings, make transition fittings, flex risers, rigid risers, all the tooling you need to install it. And mostly our applications are for generators, backyard fire pits, pool heaters, things of that nature. So we provide everything you need to take the PE pipe you have and make everything work. So that's basically our products and our offering.
All right, so is there anything new this year? Or relatively new?
We have a couple things here. So we've got, not necessarily new, but pretty new. A lot of people don't know about it. It's one of our extendable repair couplings. So this happens is you have a break underground. You cut out a section of pipe. This gives you the flexibility to be able to plug in that pipe there. If it's a little bit off, you can push it in a little bit, you can pull it out, locks in place, doesn't leak, you're done. Saves a lot of time. A lot of digging. You don't have to dig as much of a trench to do so. And it's really good for emergency purposes as well. And these are usually in stock. So that's an offering that we put out there and most people don't know we make. But it's here today. We want to show it off.
My name's Ben Seidman. I'm with Flare. So we basically do a smart vent dampering system. So it's basically zoning at the room level. We have these thermostats we call the Flare Puck. And the pucks will read the temperature in the rooms and the vents will balance them out as necessary. We can integrate with a few different smart thermostats, or we also can set up in a home that doesn't have a smart thermostat. We do have this new product, a static pressure kit, and the static pressure kit will read the pressure in the home, and you can decide how much pressure buildup you're comfortable with in the home.
How would you say homeowners like this system?
Oh, they love it. Yeah, I mean, it can really change things. If somebody has an add-on room, say, that's not getting enough air, the vents can help. If, homes that are unbalanced, homes, that instead of putting in a damper system, you can just, put in right at the duct level at the opening.
It's been pretty successful.
Yeah.
I'm Randy. I'm the Water Systems Manager for the Granite Group. I handle all of Vermont, part of New Hampshire, some of Massachusetts, and some of New York.
All right, cool. So Randy, talk to me about
This tank?
right here.
So this is our new 4 Pro tank. It's equivalent to the Amtrol. Amtrol makes this tank for us. This is a 20-gallon tank. Has a polybutylene bladder inside of it.
Why would a homeowner want something like this?
It's got a 5-year warranty. This is for, say, a well system. You're going to have the pressure in the house, so your pump is going to pump into this tank. This tank is going to give you the pressure, so this fills up, puts your pressure to your house, and when this comes, the drawdown comes down, it kicks on the pump runs, fills this tank back up, and then gives you your pressure in the house. Normally you have a pressure, T on the bottom, and the T has a pressure switch on it, and the pressure switch is anywhere from 30-40 to 40-60, you can increase your pressure depending on the pressure switch you put on it.
My name is Andrew Turco, and I work for Emerson Swan. I work for a division called Applied Products Plumbing, and that really means that I work in the engineering community with specifying engineers and commercial contractors.
All right, so what are we looking at today?
Today we're looking at a legacy product from HTP called the Superstore. Superstore has been around for generations of plumbers. And basically what's new about the Superstore is we have a new parent company called Ariston. They purchased the rights to HTP, and they focused on the Superstore indirect tank. They really focused on the reliability of the welds and all the connections of the stainless steel. And now we use a process called passivation. So once all the welding is done on the tank, on the inlets, on the nipples, everything on the tank, we run citric or nitric acid through the tank, and this process is called passivation. And what it does is it eliminates all the impurities on the surface of all the welds and on the stainless steel itself. When drying, it then oxidizes the surface, and it creates a patina, so to speak, on the stainless steel. It's very, very hard. It's extremely thin because it's just an oxidation layer. But what it does is it increases the stainless steel resistance to poor water chemistry and increases the reliability of the tank, especially at the welds. The welds are almost always the weak point of any tank. The heat transfer is actually so good in this tank that your traditional temperatures of 180 to 200 degree boiler water, you can actually play with those numbers and bring it down actually based upon your needs. That's a little experimentation, but that is something that can be done. You don't need to run at 180, but you'll get the best performance at higher temperatures. We come with hot and cold tappings on the top, and we come with hot and cold tappings on the side. So depending on your situation, if you're doing what we call in the industry a push-pull, you go into somebody's home or a commercial application, and you're doing a push-pull. You're removing an old storage tank, and you're bringing a new one in. We don't really care if it had top tappings or side tappings. You've got your choice on both. And that's our Superstore. If you want to learn more about it, you can reach out to us at Emerson Swan. Check out our website at emersonswan.com.
My name is Max Feldman, and I'm the manufacturer's rep for CSI. Been in the water treatment industry since about 1988. So I've been there a long time, and I'm proud to sell the CSI stuff, very innovative stuff. This is the signature 4-valve, and what makes this really cool is the ability, if you have a water softener out there instead of watering your tomato plants, you could actually go right over here, and where it says treatment, you could shut that, you could see it over here. It's bypassing it right here. So you're not going to be using soft water to water your plants, and you don't have to go downstairs to do that. You just use your app. And the app gives you all your information. It's going to give you status and history and how much you use. So pretty cool stuff. And what we have over here is a new item. It's good for radon reduction. It's good for sulfur gas. It's good for methane. And the water, after it's treated with iron removal systems and things like that, would come into the solenoid valve, which is normally closed. It would turn on, the water would come down, and then it would get hit with air in here. This is an air inductor. And on top of that, we got this blower over here, which I will turn on just to give you an idea. All right, so this would go in there, and it would blow out the radon gas, the sulfur gas, the methane, and there's a really cool innovations in here. In the event that the water level goes from 36 to 48 inches is too high, we have a built-in safety in here. I'm going to pull this out. Now watch this thing over here. I'm going to shut it off. You see, red, high level, it shuts it off. We don't use any floats whatsoever. We use a transducer in here. So the transducer is right over there. It's going to monitor the flow of the water. It's going to monitor from 48 to 36. And then this pump, which we have outside, it's really inside here with a seal on there. That's going to kind of boost the, it's a pressure pump in there. And I should add one more thing, because I've been there recently. They test every valve with water now. So they have a whole thing where they run water through it. And even on the sidekick, they'll put this in a vat of water, and they'll pressurize it. And they'll leave it in for 20 minutes to see if it leaks any air. So, you know, it's a company that believes in quality.
Hi, Steve Williston, Williston Sales. We represent Sauerman condensate pumps, and we've got a few new products out this year. We've always had our Omega Pack and then our behind the evaporator pumps. We've updated both of those, so now our Omega Pack's a little more compact, but even has more capacity. If you have a ductless mini split and you need to remove that condensate, if it's on an interior wall, you got to find a way to get rid of that condensation. And so this is one that you can have in front of your pump, of your mini split. It's easy to be serviced by the contractor, and it can lift all the way up to 33 feet. So it can move the condensate where you need to get it and outside of the space. This is a sister product. That's our behind the evaporator pump. So it's compact, it's clean. All you're going to see is the evaporator on the wall, and not have to look at your pump. So again, same pumping capacity as the Omega Pack, and we made it much slimmer than we had in the past. So it fits behind many more manufacturers' mini split pumps. One of our newer technicians' products here is our Smart Manifold, which also will connect with MeasureQuick. It's a Bluetooth technology. Technicians are able to really verify that the HVAC system is operating properly. Just like you go into a doctor's office, you want to make sure your system, your whole body's operating properly. That's what these manifolds will do. And they put together wireless technology and make it easier for technicians to be able to adapt and get all the information that they need to make sure that system's running properly.